Let me correct you about something, Orochimaru. You and I had never been best of friends. The only reason why you call me that is because I can heal your arms. When we were kids, you were practically never there. I mean, sure, you were there to support me when something happened to somebody I cared about, but for the most part, you were always off looking at little boys. And I always knew this would get you into a lot of trouble, and I guess I was right. You paid little to no attention to me at all. While Jiraiya, on the other hand, was there pretty much all the time, even if it was only just to take a look at me. But that's ancient history now. Talking to you today, Orochimaru, has been the topper of a bad day. Now you're probably saying, I don't really care how your day went, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway, because we've been avoiding each other for the past 3 years, right? Well, anyway, this day started off with a bad hairdo. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Tsunade, why are you telling me such an insignificant detail? But to a konoichi like myself, her hair means pretty much everything. I let it slide thinking this day couldn't get any more terrible than it already was. How wrong I was about that. When I got to my office, Tsunade had 5 piles of paperwork piled up to my head waiting for me. Like I really wanted to do all that paperwork today. Well, I sat down and was signing my life away. Why you ever wanted this job, Orochimaru, is beyond me. But anyway, when I was doing all this paperwork, Naruto Uzumaki decided he was going to barge into my office and demand that I give him a mission. I gave him a mission, alright, a D-ranked mission. He wasn't very happy about it, but I got him out of my hair when I threw my chair at him. There's now a big hole outside my office, but that's beside the point. Around noon, I had finished all the paperwork that had accumulated on my desk, and I thought I would be able to relax with some sake. Once again, I was wrong. Apparently, Tsunade had come into my office before me and had taken my sake. I'm 50 years old. I should be able to do whatever heck I want. Or at least I should be able to. So, with those plans ruined, I decided I was going to go out to one of the gambling towns. And there I had all the sake that I wanted, and I was hitting it big. Some of the biggest winnings I've had in 3 years. Now I knew that this meant that something bad was going to happen, but I paid little to no attention to that because I wanted to celebrate. And I used some of that money to pay off some of the gambling debts that I've accumulated over these years, and that means I only have to pay off, I don't know, 4 more lords? So, that's good news at least. When I got back to my office, I thought I'd be able to relax and have a nice celebration with some sake and all that. But, once again, someone else wanted to interrupt my fun. One of my Anbu came in and told me that you had been killed. Wait a minute, back the train up. Orochimaru killed by Sasuke. Why doesn't that sound right to me? Okay, first off, correct me if I'm wrong, Orochimaru, but you're one of the Sannin along with myself and Jiraiya, right? Which means that you're one of the most exceptional shinobi that came out of our village. Genin? Sannin. Look at that power difference. You really shouldn't be losing to a Genin. I mean, Genin are so much weaker than we are. I mean, I never lost to my apprentice. Sure, Jiraiya had got severely beaten by Naruto, but then again, Jiraiya wasn't giving it his all anyway. But how can you lose to Sasuke, Orochimaru? It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, sure, you weren't feeling well, you were coughing up blood, you were bedridden. But couldn't you have protected yourself a little bit better? I mean, seriously. So I'm finding it very hard to believe all this. I mean, I know it's true and all, but it's just so hard to swallow. I mean, if you had followed Kabuto's suggestions when he gave them to you so many years ago, we could have saved ourselves all of this trouble. I mean, Itachi did the work for you. All you would have to do is come into Konoha and take somebody's eyes. Was that really too hard for you to do? I mean, you take the eyes, have Kabuto implant them, and then you train to master the Sharingan. Kakashi did it, and now his Sharingan is just as impressive as Itachi's. But no, you wanted to do it the hard way. And because of that, so much unnecessary stuff had to go on. Like me becoming Hokage, and Sensei being murdered by you. So many things that could have been avoided. You've always been a troublemaker, Orochimaru. We've always known this. But that's beside the point. And don't make me laugh. You doing something out of the kindness of your heart. Now, come on. We all know that you stopped doing that kind of stuff after you saw Itachi train. then you start thinking about your ambitions and your power and how long you're gonna live and all that kind of stuff. You stop being the kind of Orochimaru ever since then. You only do things for your own benefit. So don't make me laugh. I know you better than that, Orochimaru. Pretty much everything you do is just to move yourself forward. Even when you were just saying you were going to revive the people that I cared about. Yeah, you only wanted to do that so that you can get your jutsus back, and then you'd be able to destroy Konoha. I know you better. Everyone knows you better than that, so you can't fool us. I gotta say, I'm very disappointed in you losing to Sasuke like that. I mean, I understand Sasuke's an Uchiha, and they're naturally strong and talented, but my grandfather fought against Madara Uchiha almost 80 years ago, and at least they were equally matched. I mean, it's just too hard to imagine Orochimaru losing to Sasuke. But I'm not giving up on you yet, because I know you've been in bad situations before, and you always found a way to get yourself out of them, so I'm not counting you out just yet. I should get going now, because I'm sure somebody's going to come in and ruin my fun once again, and I'm trying to relax. I mean, I don't want to have to do any more work. So, with that, Orochimaru, I say goodbye. But I would like to hear from you again soon.